What comes to mind when you think of these words? Transformational, utilitarian, and impactful.
If I must grow, let me say, make it education.
I reckon another word pops up. This one, change, but only the kind that is positive and that most people yearn for in their lives.
First of all, the Women and Youth Empowerment Program is a sub under the sub-component 2 of the project, which is value addition and processing, post-harvest management, women and youth empowerment. And that Women and Youth Empowerment is our flagship program, which operates in 6 participating states of the Federation, Cross River, Kano, Kaduna, Kogi, and Enugu, and Lagos states. And in each of the states, we are targeting 1,700 beneficiaries.
It is hardly surprising to review the Women and Youth Empowerment Program of the Appeals Project without linking it to change in the context of something uniquely cathartic and transformative. As a subset or component of the agro-processing and productivity enhancement and livelihood support project appeals, the Women and Youth Empowerment Program, popularly known by the acronym WYEP, stands out as an innovative venture.
And the uniqueness of the program as our flagship is the fact that it's critically looking at engaging the women and youth and including persons with disability. And in doing so, we are not just empowering them like the usual just empowerment. We give them 4 key activities in a sequential manner, which are training, and after that they are guided with the business name registration with Corporate Affairs Commission. After that, they are given their grants from the World Bank, and after that, they are being mentored.
The philosophy of change within the framework of WYEP underscores the power of an individual, be it that of women or the youth, to positively impact their world.
Hello, my name is Shiji Abiodun Ismail. I'm welcoming you to my company, Shiji Abiodun Ismail Enterprise, Rice Value Chain. Here with the stone rice, we're packaging rice here. So let me take you to what we are doing here. Before now, I was working in a company, and this company don't used to pay us salary, so I was tired of the job, so I have to leave the job. So there was a day my sister just called me that there was one advert he listened to on radio, the Appeals Project, that is about farming. But when my sister told me, I was not convinced, because all these government things, I don't believe in them. So my sister just told me that since these people are not collecting anything from you, the form is free, why can't you try it? So I decided to try it. I collected the form, I submitted the form. So after then, I got a message that I was selected for interview. I was shortlisted for training. So after the training, when we came back from the training, our company was registered with CAC. We were supported with a lot of things like the stoner, packaging material, sack sewing machine, sealing machine, scales, a lot of things like that, milled rice, so that we can package our rice and sell it out.
It is said that when an individual changes for the better, the whole family benefits and then society prospers.
You see, like a case of a typical housewife doing nothing, you got this grant, now you have like other people benefiting under you. I get to employ someone that is assisting me, and I'm training him also on how to go about this thing. I believe with time, he also can put on his own small structure to do this.
This has actually translated beyond my own personal benefit, beyond my own personal empowerment, right? Because I've been able to engage 2 more hands on a full-time basis, and also 6 more hands on a part-time basis whenever we produce.
Honestly, this project, this intervention has really changed my life. It has not just made me a businesswoman, it has equally made me an employer of labor. Before now, I was not really doing anything serious. I only assist my husband, but today I'm a businesswoman of my own.
Empowering women and the youth for the kind of change makes WYEP not only special, but attuned to global and national development needs. The program is distinctive on several fronts. Cumulatively, the Women and Youth Empowerment Program has a total of 10,260 beneficiaries already trained under the component.
The project is categorically positioned under 3 main pillars of export potential, livelihood, and food security. So under these 3 pillars, all our 11 value chains are categorized under this. So the beneficiaries under the women and youth, they pick one of the value chains in the 11. It doesn't matter whether the one they have chosen is not in the 3 of dedicated to the state, because each of the participating states have 3 major value chains. But the good thing about it, again, for the women and youth is that they can choose any other value chains, but within the level, which falls under either food security, export potential, and livelihood.
By mid-2022, 8,346 of them had been provided with business, technical, and life skills trainings in at least one or any of the 11 agri-value chains across the 6 participating states under the Appeals Project. At 80% of implementation, the Women and Youth Empowerment Program is replete with the success stories of persons now referred to as WYEP champions. Another distinctive feature of WYEP is the deliberate attempt at inclusiveness, embracing yet another vulnerable stratum of the population, oftentimes neglected and abandoned to society's whims and caprices.
My name is Salao Sunday. I'm one of the members of people with disability in Kogi State from the Central.
Before now, the inclusion of the PWD was not originally part of the concept of the project. And along the line, it was considered, okay, the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities having been established, and the need for all corporate organizations and developing donor partners to make sure that they include a percentage of PWDs. The project looked at 5% as a test run for us. And we have not regretted this because it has been so interesting. They have even been more responsive in terms of their dedication and trying to even scale up and sustain the project. We have a number of them across the state that are doing very well. So for us, we have put at least 5% in 4 categories of PWDs: the visually impaired, the verbally impaired, the hearing impaired, and the physically challenged. These 4 categories, we're looking at 5% of the 1,700 in each state. So for example, in the poultry value chain, we have a number of beneficiaries that are majorly into this.
The very day I was selected by Appeals, I'm very seriously jubilate that with the knowledge I have, the Appeals have brought me up. When this best was brought to me, day and night I will not sleep, so that to take care of them, to be my benefit, and to plan my future for my family and myself.
Another good example is the beneficiary in Lagos, a person with disabilities whose life became quite difficult following an accident which rendered him almost hopeless. Respite came his way through WYEP.
You are welcome to Owolabi Lekon Professions, a member of PWD, and also one of the beneficiaries, which I'm very happy today that I have my own company when I lost hope. I was a barber before. From barbing salon, I have an tricycle from there. Through there, I have an accident, and I thought hope is already lost. So one day, I was listening to radio where I learned that there is a appeal from agriculture. I was like, how will I do it? Agric, but they said there is a processing that we will do, and things will be okay for us. I want to use this opportunity to let the whole world to know that appeal project, they are very good, they are good. If they say yes, see that they are yes.
To yanzu da shirin appeal ni na farko ga zahiri ina sai da kayan abincin kaji, ban dirinka, fida, magunguna duk ina siyarwa. Haƙƙoi sakamakon kwan ma ƙarewa ya ga kiran ɗin kwai can a baya ƙarewa ya ba a kawo ba.
Another typical example of the success story that we have is in Kano State, where we have a number of beneficiaries that are into tomato production and in the greenhouse. The greenhouse for them is a very new technology that everybody was excited about.
Domin ka ga mai bukata ta musamman ina noma kuma na tumatir kuma ya dogara da kansa kuma ya samu alherin da bai taba samu ba har zuwa ko kasuwancin da nayi ban taba samun alherin da na samu zuwan appeal ba. Dan haka ni ba abin da zan ce da appeal da yan uwana masu bukata ta musamman ba abin da zamu ce da appeal sai dai mu ƙara godiya.
Da ba na yin komai, amma a zuwa yanzu da bayan na samu tallafi daga appeals, yanzu gashi ina yin sana'ar sai da dusa kaji da kuma maganin kaji. A nan a yanzu haka masu kallo za su iya ganin dusa kaji da kuma maganinsu.
By keying into the principles of inclusiveness, persons with disability form about 5% of the sum total of beneficiaries under the WYEP component, and they are mostly active in key value chains.
I enjoy feeding them in the morning. All this playing and display, you see, it gives me joy.
This is the fish here. This one are already almost ready for harvest. When I bring the food, they really eat aggressively.
Whichever way you look at it, the Women and Youth Empowerment Program has positioned itself as a platform for changing the lives and the future of target beneficiaries and their dependents. It is creating economic opportunities and various business linkages along the value chain, thus impacting Nigeria's micro and macro economies. In states like Lagos, Kogi, and Kaduna, a good number of beneficiaries are making remarkable strides in their business after overcoming the initial doubt that often comes when something looks too good to be true.
So for us, we have a number of the beneficiaries in all our states. Then we have Fadila in Kano, who was a full housewife before the intervention. And after the intervention, she was pleasantly surprised that she could actually do something for herself.
I don't have a job. I'm just a housewife. I'm doing nothing. So, like, this is an empowerment. I really needed to be creative, do something. So, hearing of appeals that they are giving funds for farmers, I was like, okay, I have a passion for farming. Let me try my luck. So I did, and I was lucky. And I was so excited because this has really changed my life in a lot of ways.
Also in Lagos, we have even the PWDs are more responsive, that they work together in group, they employ able-bodied people to work with them, to work for them, and it's very fascinating.
Perhaps One of the biggest supplements in the structure of the Women and Youth Empowerment Program is the monitoring, evaluation, and mentorship elements of the program. These are key to ensuring that commercial ventures established for beneficiaries are not only thriving, but will grow the resilience and capacity for sustainability long after the life cycle of the appeals project.
After the first 2 months of the supply, with what I realized, I was able to get additional battery cage, which is this very one. And a month after that, I added 48 birds in order to increase the number of eggs.
I got this machine courtesy of Appeals, and it has actually helped me to increase my processing capacity by 50%. Knowing that appeals intervention is actually demand-driven, and it's so fascinating to see that they actually align to my specifications, right? So a particular design that I had worked on, they actually got that particular design for me, right? And that's why we have this today, because it's a major secret in to getting the quality of the product that we currently have right now.
Their success across various value chain is an evaluation of the performance of WYEP in attaining key thematic goals.
Talking about the group of beneficiaries in crossover that are into cocoa, they're into bread. They're into cocoa value chain and doing cocoa bread. And what is unique about that their products is the fact that it's not common. It's like this coming out for the first time and under the project.
You know, in the whole of Cross River State, this is the first cocoa bread that has ever been produced. So it has given us an advantage over other competitors who are in the market.
Because of the flavor of the cocoa, it spices it with, and the benefits of cocoa, I mean health-wise.
After their community procurement, which is the process by which each beneficiary, each group, meets with their service providers, they meet with their input suppliers. So they don't have a middleman. They choose who they want to work with in terms of providing services for them, in terms of giving them their inputs, and they know who is supplying them what. They are being trained and they are being mentored to the challenge.
Appeal empowered us, but we have been able to empower others. We have been able to empower 7 people from the 4 Appeal empowered us with. So it's wonderful. And our lives, our homes have been improved. You can see I'm very fat. I've eaten a lot because of what Appeal has given to me. So you see, our families have improved. Our children now, at least, have something better than what it used to be.
There are other composites of monitoring how beneficiaries are faring in their chosen area of empowerment. They are constantly kept apprised of the need for record keeping, gauging trends in market prices and differentiates, as well as managing turnovers. Aside training on the core technical aspects of the enterprise, the Women and Youth Empowerment Program is also collaborating with Gender Innovation Laboratory of the World Bank across 6 participating states to train beneficiaries on the psychological and emotional engagement aspects of business management. This socio-emotional training prepares beneficiaries on how to manage relationships and social interactions, especially in their cluster like the ones operating in bakery in Calabar, Cross River State.
Nothing is as good as what Appeal has done to us. Appeal in collaboration with World Bank, they have been wonderful. As in for them to even think of empowering us, taking us from where we were and bringing us to this point. I just see ourselves great.
So when we say women are used, what we're used to is just distribution of grinding machines, giving them maybe cooking stoves and gas and all that. But for us, it's not. Anybody, if you talk to any of our beneficiaries after the project, they will tell you that the training they've gotten, the technical training, the social emotional, the soft skills training that they've gotten, is a lifetime opportunity for them.
The whole Appeal program is a lifetime opportunity because we are just BLE students who couldn't, we find how to foot our bills, but the program has already given us an opportunity. Like we are seeing, yes, this is actually where we are getting to, and this is what we are getting.
In fact, one of the things that will never leave my memory was that when you are taking care of birds, you discover that some are big, some are small. what do you do? What happens is that those that are big are oppressing those that are small. So what you do is this: you try to remove those that are not feeding well, detach them from those ones that are big, and then take them aside. Even when they gave me this intervention, I noticed it. So those ones that were not feeding well, I separated them, and those that were feeding well, I joined them together.
In fact, I'm very happy because then when I get to school, I'll just come back home, sit down. When I finish reading, nothing to do. But with this now, I'll have some babies to come back to and check on them if they are okay. So every day I feel happy coming here to see them alive and all this kind of stuff they are going through.
I am thanking God now, and I'm thanking Appeal. Even now, I was able to employ one person so that my business is growing. I'm still planning to expand so that I can employ more people to this thing.
The certification from the Corporate Affairs Commission is a validation that these business ventures, all of which fall under the MSMEs bracket, are set for long-term operations and even export, depending on the turnover of the business in question and how much they plan to expand.
Yeah, so talking about future prospects, right? Since we got our NAFDAC certification, we've actually been exploring most local markets because the NAFDAC has actually made us have a clean slate to operate in supermarkets within the country. And also we're looking at perfecting our paperwork to have a clean slate to make exports on a commercial scale.
What we learned at Songhai, we are not limited to our environment. We are not limited as it is now.
So London.
London, Cameroon, USA, every part of the world, London bread is going to storm.
We met during the training and we introduced ourselves and we shared the passion of poultry farming. And when we shared our passions, we both signified our interests and it aligned with each other. So that's why we ventured into poultry farming.
As it stands, we have actually enhanced the market of sellers of feeds, buyers of eggs, even down to the sellers of crates, because we keep buying paper crates and we patronize them. So it's an addition to the economy.
Presently, we have a chunk load of supply which we're actually working on to meet up. Most of the off-takers under Appeal segment, which are the egg marketers, are always here to pick eggs on a daily basis. Sometimes they queue up to actually pick eggs, but we have drawn a calendar template that enables us to meet up with their daily demands.
Thank God today Appeal's project and VTech integrated, we are successfully employed and I've been able to not just feed my family, I can also extend helping hand to relatives who were before now depending on me, and because I lost my job I could not fend for them. Now I can now fend for them and I'm happy and I'm very, very grateful.
Most of the business have grown the resilience to thrive beyond the program, indicative that years of nurturing, monitoring and mentoring have substantially been well utilized.
If you're hardworking and you're willing to do something, are you getting it? You can take up any job of your choice.
I cannot believe this mountain can turn to big like this because it's still looking like a dream. But most of my friends cannot even believe it, that all these things that most things government used to say don't really come out true. But this one, this one is real. So it's turning to big thing already.
Before VTech integrated farm, I was in my closet sorting out for finances that could really help me out in my daily earning. And it really touched me because I had nowhere to go, nobody to call on, not until Appeals came into play.
Like I told you, it has changed my life.
I've got knowledge of how to raise or how to handle a poultry farm, which I don't really have much knowledge. Secondly, from there, I've been able to employ somebody, at least somebody is in my payroll now, that on a monthly basis, she can get something to assist her family. Secondly, I've been able to help my neighborhood.
Nothing is as good as what Appeal has done to us. Appeal in collaboration with World Bank, they have been wonderful. As in for them to even think of empowering us, taking us from where we were and bringing us to this point. I just see ourselves great.
And I promise that I'm going to use my business to support other people because I can see what I'm gaining today.
So my life has changed for better now. I'm very grateful to God Almighty.
So all of this wouldn't have been possible if Appeals has not stepped in at some point to keep the business afloat and not just crash.
So for me, the Women and Youth Empowerment Program is a huge success. The project has documented this as such. It has impacted positively, and going forward, if we want to scale it up.
And for however long the program subsists, it continues to lend credence to the philosophy that indeed women are the conscience and spirit of a nation, and that the youth are the future. That way, we know that WYEP is investing in Nigeria's future.
If I must